What is going on, fam? Jada Black, your host here. Another video. I'm gonna leave a link to a video I did about 2 weeks ago about Jhene Aiko, practically begging Big Sean for a second chance. I'm gonna leave that video in the description and the comment section as well, because I want to put everything in the forefront in its proper context. Okay, Jhene Aiko premiered this song visual. It's called Triggered, and it's apparently a freestyle, and it's a visual of her actually in the video, and she's singing over this very smooth, very nice R&B-ish beat. Y'all know I love R&B. I love those sort of type of melody beats. Y'all hear it in my instrumentals, so I like that type of instrumental, But anyway, or music in general, whatever. But she did this song, and she is speaking about an ex. She didn't go into any details, any names, but we all know who she's talking about. She's talking about Big Sean. Now, I want to know this from Jhene Aiko, okay? Do you really want to go down this road? Because if there's anybody who can tell a story, Big Sean is one of those guys, okay? The guy's one of the most talented rappers out there, okay? And I want y'all to understand, whether people are in the entertainment industry or not, especially a lot of females, they don't want to be painted as a bad guy. They don't want the sentiment to be that they are the ones who are in the wrong. So they will do everything they can to change that narrative. And all it takes for somebody like Jhene Aiko is to put up a visual song called Triggered and refer to an ex. Now I'm looking on Twitter, right? Because that's what got me to do this video. And you have all of these people so happy she put this song out, and they're thinking that she's going at Big Sean, and they're forgetting the fact that she was just begging him to get back together with her, posting on his Instagram posts. And they're making it, and people on Twitter are making it seem like Big Sean has been clamoring to get back with her. No, he is not. Okay? Not to my knowledge, or anybody else's probably. But they are so happy that she's going at him. I seen one comment from a female that says that the sad Jhene Aiko is back. We're gonna get a great album. What? Because she is in her feelings? Now, maybe people do make their best music when they're in their feelings, okay? But what I want to know is this. People are so quick to pit men and women against each other, especially on social media, because we got all these people who have their biases, things of that nature. I was accused of pitting men and women against each other, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. But be that as it may. I'm seeing all these particular females on Twitter happy. You even got some dudes putting up memes talking about how they want to put hands on Big Sean because of, what Jhene, said in the song. She really didn't say much. She just talked about how, she was done dirty and she could have done the same thing this guy did. And what people miss is that as soon as she got out of her relationship with her husband couple years ago, she immediately got into a relationship with Big Sean. Is that a coincidence? But she really cared about Big Sean. Tattooed him on herself, on her person, right? And that relationship seemed to go downhill. But if you listen to what Big Sean has said, he talked about how toxic that relationship was. He talked about how it was best for him to leave that situation. Now, I think that because people understood what he was saying and he was genuine, people naturally assumed that he was just throwing her completely on the bus. But I think he was just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Big Sean wasn't really out there putting the music out there like he normally has recently, and people wanting to know why, myself included, because I'm a fan of Big Sean. And he was having personal issues in a relationship. There were rumors that they were maybe getting married. This was about a year ago, but we all know that wasn't gonna happen. Big Sean ain't looking to marry these chicks, man. Big Sean will date these chicks, but he's not gonna marry them. He may get engaged to them, but he's not gonna marry them. And I think that Jhene Aiko has two sides to her. People look at her outward appearance, and they think that, you know, she's a really nice girl, and, you know, she's not about the drama. But why put this song out? Why put a visual out? You were just in this dude's comment section, basically seeking to make things better, and now you're putting this song out, you know, in your feelings. Why? Is because Big Sean is ignoring you? You have to know when to walk away, you know. And she's going to use this to her advantage, which is fine. You know, all's fair in, you know, being a couple in hip hop and, you know, making music, and then you with somebody, you break up with them and you use them to make songs about. You know, Taylor Swift does it all the time. You know, other artists as well. Mary J. Blige has done this. She's made a career out of doing that. Keisha Cole. They do that. You know, which is fine. You know, it is what it is. But if Big Sean responds and he makes a response song, who do you think the public sentiment is going to be on? The guy is very talented at storytelling. You know, do you want him to go into details about why the relationship was toxic? I don't think that he was saying that he was innocent. I think he felt like he was contributing to it as well, which is why it was better for that relationship not to work out. So I can see that Jhene Aiko is using this as an opportunity, okay, to further, make music that people want to see, that people are going to buy, people are going to listen to, promote, you know. Now I saw the video via Hypebeast, and I'm going to read the article from Hypebeast. It says, on her latest single, Triggered, which is a freestyle, songstress Jhene Aiko decides to touch upon ghosts of her past relationships. Over the sensual beats, Aiko admits to feeling bitter about her ex, leaving many to believe she's pointing out Big Sean. Trying my hardest not to disrespect you after what you did, what you expect, she soulfully sings. The accompanying visual showcases the artist in a desert at dusk while she sings into the distance. As the clip ends, Aiko gives a long look into the camera. Aiko shared both the new single and music video after posting a message to social media that she almost broke down while dealing with some emotional and mental baggage. One night, I was so deep in my feelings, I was afraid of what I might do, she wrote. I didn't want to revert to the same bad habits that have set me back time and time again. I realized that instead of running away from my emotions, I need to sit with them, express myself, and say whatever came to mind. It was healing, to say the least, and now I feel a bit more free. Both Aiko and Big Sean have never publicly addressed their breakup. And listen, when you're dealing with people who are in the industry, they're not going to post about, you know, their past relationships, especially if they just got out of them. Now, musically, they will use that as a way to speak on their relationships, you know. But I feel like Jhene is using this to her benefit, and you have gullible people who are going along with it. They really think there's beef there. I don't think Big Sean has an issue with her. I think Big Sean just wants nothing to do with her. You know, he just wants nothing to do with her. Go check out my video that I did 2 weeks ago. She wants his attention again, people. Maybe she's over him finally. But when women get in their feelings and emotions, it's hard for them to move on. And I believe she's having a hard time moving on from him, you know, because, you know, Big Sean is a likable guy personality wise. You know, there are probably, you know, look, if you look at the type of women that he has been used to dating, you look at the type of women he's been used to dating, you know, he's always had, I would say top tier, but he's dated women who have been up and coming, who've been talented, like the girl who was on Glee. He dated Ariana Grande, and then he got with Jhene Aiko. So he's dated chicks on, who had a higher, quality as far as their careers are concerned. He's not dating no, regular chicks. He's dating chicks who are in the industry. But, what's crazy is that, when you're a musician and you date people in the industry like that, you're going to end up making songs about them. Just like you would if you was probably dating a regular chick. But the thing when you're dating another artist is that person can respond musically as well. So that's why I said that, with her doing this, it's fine. Her fans may love it. She may gain new fans. There are a lot of bitter women out there who like this type of music, revenge music, as I like to call it. Music where you're speaking about an ex that everybody knows and you're putting them on blast, quote unquote. And you have a lot of women on Twitter who ain't in no relationships, who understand and can feel those emotions because there are men that they've never gotten over. And they would love to paint Big Sean in a bad light. And I'm looking at some of these posts on Twitter, man. Y'all have to see this. Just go and look up Jhene. She's a trending topic right now as I make this video. And it just shows you people like when other people are sad and miserable. That music shouldn't be the music that everybody loves. People should appreciate good music for being good music. People should want people to be happy. You should want to be happy. But there's a lot of miserable people out there, man. They're not happy. They're not happy. They don't want to see you happy. And that's what we have. And that is why you have people who, as of me making this video, who are really so emotional and they are just so in love with this song because they themselves have probably gotten in situations and relationships where they got played and they're looking for somebody to blame. They were probably the main catalyst for why that relationship didn't work out. But instead of internalizing that and say, you know what, I made a mistake, I take an L on that, I need to fix me, they're looking to point the blame on everybody else. And I'm not saying that Big Sean is innocent in this situation, but at least Big Sean was able to admit that he made mistakes and that his relationship was toxic, and he never really pointed the finger. He just basically said, listen, I was with somebody and we were not a good mix. So y'all understand in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.